Because this is good, dude. This is meaty, bro. This will be a good clip. All right, boys. All right. So anyway, he was in World War II. Okay. Not only was he in World War II, he stormed Normandy, dude. On D-Day, he was on the like the bloodiest beach, Utah beach. Like, and I read about like his ship, like the battalion that went out first. It was a 93.1% death rate. You know, like, so the survival rate was, you know, under 7% of people, but somehow he survived D-Day, dude. And so anyway, when as a kid, he got some things, like he got a Bronze Star, a Purple Heart, like he had some things, some, you know, whatever, but he never talked about the war, like until it was like a week before he died, a month before he died, something like that. He finally, you know, shared with us, and he gave me right before he died. I wish I brought it, man. I knew you were going to ask this question. Anyway, he gave me a bayonet that he took off a Nazi on the Normandy Beach, dude.
Give it to me.
Bro, I already gave you the Thomas Aquinas. I mean, I gave you my furniture from my living room.
I will give you that back. You give me the bayonet. We'll put it up here.
Dude. So anyway, he stormed Normandy, and he had, as a kid, he has this American Eagle tattoo on his arm that was so cool. Just, you couldn't tell what it was. It was a blob. Okay. I remember as a kid, I have this memory of like sitting around this circle table in his kitchen, and he would always sit in the same spot, read the paper, and just touching his arm. You know, his skin was thin and nasty, but just touching his arm and like being like, tell me about this. And he's like, I was drunk, I was in the war. You know, he didn't want to talk about it, man, but he was just a good man, dude. He was just a good, holy man, and I was fascinated. And we'd always say as kids, like, one day we're gonna get your name tattooed, and he'd be like, no, don't get it. But we got it, all three of us, before he died. So we were able to show him, and we have this picture, like, well, we're showing our tattoo, and he's got his eagle, and he's into.
What did he think of that?
You know, he tried to pretend like, you shouldn't have got it, but he thought it was awesome, dude. Yeah, you could tell he loved it. And
so that must have been amazing to have. Were you aware that he hadn't shared much about the war when he began speaking about it? What was it like? Yeah,
because my grandma came in, and she's like, he's never told me any, like, she didn't even know he had that bayonet. Like, he brought it down from somewhere upstairs. He gave my other brother like a Luger gun, and she was like, he's never shared any stories about it. He's never wanted to talk about it. Like, those guys just came back, he worked in a factory, you know, making like, I don't know, like bolts or something in Scranton. And he just came back, worked in the factory, didn't complain about it, you know? And it's just like, it's just so weird how different culture is now. And I'm not saying that is the way to do it. Like, just stuff all your wounds or horrible memories into a box and never talk about it till a week before you die. But there's something like honorable about this, you know, just like, you know, I just did what I had to do. I just
carry your cross,
right,
not tell everybody about it.
Today it's just like, you know, if we have like an allergy to mustard, you know, like we get a sticker for the back of our car, you know, like.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe or you're a dingus. What's a dingus exactly?
Used to refer to something one cannot or does not wish to name specifically.
You don't have to subscribe, but if you did, I'd love it. You dingus.
Like the video. That's where we're using that one. Take one.